Hi folks, this is all the fruit. I'm on the beautiful beach of Las Teresitas in Tenerife, the biggest beach in Tenerife, and I want to show you what fruit trees you can expect here. The funny thing is that pretty much all the trees you find on the beach are fruit trees. Sorry for the bad weather, the sun has been on and off all the time today. Right now it's off, and yeah, there is some sun coming through the clouds, so enjoy it while it's here. Well, first about the beach. Las Teresitas, the longest and maybe most beautiful beach in Tenerife, is actually not made from Tenerife sand. When Spain still owned the West Sahara as a colony, they basically dug out a lot of shiploads of sand from the Sahara and brought it here. So there are natural white or golden beaches on Gran Canaria, Fuerteventura and Lanzarote, but not on Tenerife. The sand was all stolen from Africa. Well, after they brought the sand here, they planted a lot of trees, and despite the beach being very long, there is not a lot of diversity in the trees they planted here. Here, on top of the beach, or at the start of the beach, is the little village of San Andres. And here is the road through the mountains which goes to the even smaller village of Igueste de San Andres. So what kind of fruit trees can we expect here? Well, first there are some coconut trees. Those two palms in the foreground are coconut trees. They are quite puny, but over there in the background, actually no, even just 50 meters away from me, behind those trees, there are some really good-sized coconut trees. I haven't seen any big coconuts on them this year, but since this is a beach, the coconuts are being cut down as often as possible so that they don't fall on anybody's head. This group of trees here are African or Arabian date palms. So the coconut trees, Cocos nucifera, it's a palm. The date palm is also a palm. Well, here is one which is growing more or less as a cluster. That's the natural growth form. While in the plantations they are usually grown as single trees. And here is one which is loaded with, I don't know, like about 150 to 200 kilograms of nice plump dates. Actually, they are pretty tasty. Just need to be careful not to get any rotten ones. Let me find one which looks good. So basically you can eat dates on the Teresitas beach. Oh yeah. Nice sweet date. Well, the trees on the parking lot, they look very similar. They're in the same genus. This is Phoenix Canariensis, the local endemic date palm. You can actually find it in valleys and also on rocky slopes in the surrounding hills, but here on the southern coast, we are in the north of Tenerife, but still on the southern coast. They don't grow so much on the coastal cliffs. You will find them a couple hundred meters or a couple kilometers up into the valleys, but those have been planted here. So the ones on the parking lot are the endemic Phoenix Canariensis, which now is one of the most popular ornamental trees in Mediterranean and subtropic areas, where all the palms, all the date palms I've seen on the beach are Phoenix dactylifera from Africa and Arabia. Look again at this tree. You can really harvest a 1/4 ton of dates from this one. The second tree which is planted everywhere on the parking lot is Delonix Regia or Delonix Regia. Beautiful giant red flowers, but right now it's fruiting and I don't see a single flower. Next, we have the Sea Grape, Cocoloba uvifera. well, despite the name sounding a lot like the coconut tree here, Cocos nucifera, Cocoloba uvifera, or the sea grape, is not a palm. It's in the dicotyledone. The good thing is here there are a couple really big trees. Basically, they got popular on the Canary Islands quite recently, so seeing bigger trees than those two is quite rare. Actually, most trees you will see on beaches and beach walks and coastal walks and so will be much smaller than those. Those here must be really old. I wonder if they are older than the beach, or if this is a spot with good groundwater, because look at them. The biggest one is well over 10 meters. It could be like 12 meters tall. A rare opportunity to see the bark of the old trees. Look at this. This is Cocoloba uvifera, or the sea grape. And why is it called sea grape? Well, you look up and you see those grape-like clusters of fruit hanging down. Let's find one where they are low. We are pretty late in the season. They are cleaning the beach pretty much every day, and still every day it's littered with those fruit. As you can see, most of them have already been dropped. So those are the fruit of the sea grape. The taste is quite pleasant. Sweet, sour, and some strange flavor. However, the quality of the different trees varies a lot, because of course they were grown here for ornamental and not for culinary purposes. So if you don't like the fruit from one tree, just try the fruit from another tree. If you try 4 or 5 trees, you will find one which is sweet and pleasant. Well, I really would like to show you a coconut. Until now, everything except for the Delonix is a well-known fruit tree. Even the Canary date palm, despite being inferior to the Arabian date palm, is still edible. But no, they have collected all the coconuts. Well, folks, this was a short video for a really long beach, but they did not show so much how shall I say, ingenuity when planting it. There are just hundreds of trees of the same species. If you're in Tenerife, definitely visit Playa de las Teresitas. Eat some sea grape, eat some nice dates. Here you will find a big selection of dates. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the parks, gardens and beaches of Tenerife. Sorry that there was no sun on this beach day. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.